Let's talk about interaction overload. It's not a word that you hear thrown around very much. Picture what interaction overload might look like to you in your life on a week-to-week basis. And maybe you're getting interaction overload from having to run here and there to department stores and malls and grocery stores, and maybe just being around all those people in those places is draining. Or maybe you're doing a lot of interacting. There's tournaments, there's workplace events, there's a lot of socializing. Maybe you're really popular and do your best to honor all the things that you're getting invited out to. Now, everyone's, endurance for interaction is different. Some people seem to be immune to all the nuances that happen in social settings, and yet some of us seem to take on everyone else's stress as if it's their own, or at least feel that way. Some people can chatter on all day and night and it doesn't bother them. And some people need a break after an hour. And some people are going through something. Maybe there's big stress or big grief, and they're out at their events to keep a sense of normal or to keep their obligations and to honor those. And they may tell you that, or they may not. But all of this brings complexity to the interaction and can drain our interaction energy even more. Maybe that person is acting a little differently around us all of a sudden, and you're wondering, well, is it something I did? Did I upset them somehow? Did I insult them? Or did I say something offensive? Am I upset? Are they upset with me? And then you start to worry and you start to think, and then you find yourself subtly trying to figure out what's going on with that person, and maybe watching your own body language and your own words that you choose more acutely, and then all of a sudden you're acting differently and you're vibey. So it does add to many, many dimensions to interactions that some people can seem to just be able to sail on through without worry, and some people it can drain them quite a bit. And then they come home and they dive into their device, their phone or their iPad, and with anger or with guilt, they ignore their pets and their kids and their partner because they're just in overload. They can't handle anymore. They need to unplug, they need to mind numb, and that seems to be the behavior as we go home and we get into a device of some sort and we just zone out. But we feel bad about that, or we feel angry for the people in our household maybe trying their best to get our attention in whatever ways that they do that. And it could be subtle or it could be not so subtle, but either way, it can get kind of difficult when you're in interaction overload. So my question to you is today is, what's draining your interaction overload, and who's draining your interaction overload? And if the answer is nothing, that's fantastic. Keep doing your thing. That's wonderful. But what I want you to look at is, are the people and things that you really want to give your energy to getting that energy? Because when we get caught up in doing our best to honor everyone else's needs and wants and honoring those requests on us, that can start to get really taxing. But we get caught up in it, and we don't have a chance to sit back and realize what's happening because we're too busy trying to honor everybody. And so at the end of our day, when we come home and it's time to honor our spouse and our kids and our pets and whomever else is there, we're not able. But we're so overwhelmed we can't see that. And so I'm stopping you right now and asking, are the right people and events getting your energy? And if that's a no, maybe think about budgeting your interaction energy, or your shopping energy, or your running around town energy. Maybe budget it as if it's money. Because budgeting is very effective. It's very effective for financial well-being. So why wouldn't it be effective for energy well-being? And it's true, but the thing about budgeting is that it's never fun to do it, at least not for me and most people I know. I don't enjoy sitting down and budgeting my money. I certainly don't enjoy sitting down and budgeting my energy, because it really makes us face the fact that we don't have an unlimited supply of energy. But what it does do is it helps us to distribute that energy in a way that we can feel really good about. And at the end of the day, sometimes we don't have the energy to honor everybody who wants or needs things from us. We just don't have the energy, especially if we're going through some difficult thing. We may find that we don't have the endurance for a lot of things because grief and stress do require more of our time, energy, and focus until that part is complete. And that's what I have to say today. I hope this was helpful. And I want you to be kind to yourself when you do this energy budget. Because at the end of the day, the body will get us through a big important task list, and it does its best. It's good like that. It'll get us through. But then it will need you to let it rest. But if we don't let it rest, and we jump from one big important task list to the next big important to the next big important without allowing the body time to process and to neutralize and bounce back from that, what'll start to happen is the body will have to use the energy that it was going to use in the future for important stuff in the present. And then we start going into energy overdraft. And that's going to affect our well-being in the future, isn't it? It's going to affect how much energy we have in our future, and it may even affect how our health is in the future. So keep that in mind in terms of how much you choose to ask of your mind and body on a week-to-week basis. Because this culture is very, very good at letting us know we're not allowed to be selfish. We can't be selfish. And selfish is one thing. But if we're honoring our own needs in addition to everyone else's, then we're actually investing in our own ability to honor their needs for as long as they need us to. We're making an investment for their greater good. Have a wonderful day.